खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तहरीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से कुछ पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. Sometimes in life you come across such people that you feel that this statements or shade stands so true. I have with me Bimla ji, as I call her, and as all the women around the state of Maharashtra call her, Bimla Didi or Bimla Di or Bimla ji, are Bimla from the MSRLM team. Hi Bimla ji, how are you? So tell us, how's been the journey so far?
Journey has been good. As a woman, one goes through a lot of upheavals in life, a lot of trials and stress, and then you make your way to it. So it's been a very beautiful journey and very challenging at times. Childhood was quite peaceful, parents very affectionate, loving family. So you grow up very cocooned, and then you believe that the whole world is like that. And then as you start appearing for your own exams in life, making your own career, you realize that it's not a cakewalk.
So today's Bimla is what Bimla in class 8th wanted to be?
Yes, certainly. What I
Really?
wanted to be, I am. No doubts.
Good. Does that give you happiness?
Very much. The position which I am in now is what I imagined when I was in the 5th standard. So career-wise, definitely I'm very happy with what I do. And personally also, it's not been such a bad job. Yes, I am satisfied. As a woman, I feel good. And being a woman, I feel more good and very proud that I am a woman.
So I always say this, that I'm an Indian woman entrepreneur, right? And if you look at 3 individual words, I'm proud of all of them. I'm proud to be an Indian, I'm proud to be an entrepreneur, and I'm proud to be a woman. And so are you, I'm sure. But sitting in this chair that you are currently sitting, I know that there are a lot of chances of doing a lot for other women. How does that feel?
This is a fabulous feeling because I'm working with 3 lakh self-help groups of women and the 35 lakh households associated with us. So like when I joined, there were about 18,000 self-help groups and about 10 lakh households associated with us. And today, like we have more than 3 lakh self-help groups and about 35 lakh families associated with us. So the journey has been, and whenever I meet a woman from the self-help group or whenever I meet the groups of women, it's really very a learning process for me because the way they have grown, the way they have managed their entrepreneurship, I only facilitate them. My role is only of a facilitator. Whatever best is possible, I try to give them from the government, the policies we make, the opportunities we provide to them. So this platform I have made available for them. But what they are doing is of their own. That is really wonderful.
So yes, so I travel across Maharashtra, and whenever I meet women, they are all praises for their own Bimla ma'am, right? And the best thing is, I personally feel that you have been able to not only empower them, but actually replicate yourselves at every hierarchy. So how's that being done? Is it the administrative skills, or do you think you can do this because you're a woman?
Of course, it helps being a woman, but the system is such, NRLM guidelines, NRLM policies, the methodology which we adapt, in which we build up strong community institutions. So that is the main strength. And we have a very good network of community resource persons. I have 50,000 women, community resource persons who work tirelessly for this mission. And they are from the villages. So when the village women see such women empowered, they learn from them. And women, and any woman, as you know, they have that inherent capacity in them. You just have to hold their hand and show them the little way they can go ahead. And then they take off from there. So the women, when you see them taking off like that, it's a fantastic feeling. And I'm toiling for this so that they get the best of their lives and they're able to make use of the mission, whatever government is doing for them. So it's a really fantastic feeling.
So can you share a few success stories from these women?
There are many success stories, but 2-3 particular women I remember. One lady from Osmanabad, she was married, a Mohammedan lady, she was married into a household where she had to face domestic violence. Her husband burnt her. Her face is fully burnt still because she could not overcome that. And then she left her husband's house. Her parents didn't want her to come back. But then she said that I am not staying with my husband. She came back, she joined the self-help group, and then she was able to develop her own livelihoods. Today she's a community resource person. She has livelihoods from which she's earning about 10 to 15 lakh of rupees herself.
Oh wow.
So there's so many different kinds of enterprises. Similarly, another lady I met who was a normal household person, a homemaker. Husband was somebody who used to drink a lot, bother her a lot. Then when she joined the self-help group of MSRLM, she was able to develop herself. Her husband also realized the importance of livelihoods. He gave up drinking and he started doing business along with her, and together now her son has become a graduate. Another of her daughter is studying in a good school. So that transformation of these kinds, there are several stories, not thousands of them. We have Vardinis who leave their homes for 45 days and stay in villages to empower similarly some many
So
others.
for the people watching us, tell us what is Vardhini. So this was my next question, but now that you have mentioned it, so what is Vardhini?
Vardinis are a group of women whom we have trained who go and stay in the villages for 15 days. So they have 3 villages to attend to. So they go out of their
And
houses.
why the name Vardhini?
Vardhini is like, light, empowerment basically. So they are empowering the people, they are showing light to the world. So that name is given from that. And of course they are from Vardha. But I don't think that came because of being from Vardha, but it came because of the word, the meaning attached to it. And now they literally do that. They go to the villages. We have more than 5,000 such Vardhanis with us. To go and stay in different villages in their village, tell the women the need and necessity to become members of self-help groups. Because many times the attitude of the people, families still or even husbands is that when you go to a group, why are you going there? You will spoil the harmony of the house, you become empowered, all these things are there, what is the need for women's liberation? But MSRLM does not work on those lines, it works for the welfare of the family. And when the family realizes that this mission is working for their own welfare, then they become much more happy about the mission. They encourage the woman to take part in it. They also start taking part in it. The children get benefit out of it. Because we have a very beautiful concept of Dasha Sutri. So I really propagate that philosophy also because there are 10 cardinal principles. The first principle in that is that regularly a woman should come out of the house for these meetings. Because otherwise when the woman is confined to the home and hurt, she does not understand what is happening outside. And it doesn't mean that you should not know health, nutrition, sanitation, education. There are so many things to do. So regular meeting is important. And regular saving. If you go to a village, if a woman earns 200 rupees, either her husband will take it from her or they will just spend it on something which is really not good. So inculcating habits of saving. And then they have this thrift among they save the money, use it for their own welfare. So that is regular lending to each other. Repaying back that money is the fourth principle. And the fifth is writing books of accounts. Today,
So just to interrupt you here, is it true that, is this statistics true that 98% of the money lent to women actually comes back?
Definitely, this is true. And this habit of repaying the loans is because of these principles which we follow. So if they borrow the money also, whether from the SHG or from the banks, they are able to give it back. So that is the strength of this mission which has been given to them. And there are 5 social principles of health, nutrition, sanitation, which is one combined: health, nutrition and sanitation. And you have education, participating in Panchayati Raj institutions, because people otherwise won't come out and talk in the open. Then convergence, because government comes up with so many beautiful schemes. Every time you see something new is coming for the welfare of the people. So whether it is Sumati by Suprika, which was launched by the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra along with our minister, or whether it is a Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, or whether it is a Swachhata mission launched by the Honorable Prime Minister of India. So all these programs are there which is for the welfare of the people, and they should know what are the programs. So this knowing what are the government schemes, and then sustainable livelihoods. So in sustainable livelihood also we have 3 parts. One is that enhancing productivity. People should be able to produce better good things. Second is having aligned activities to agriculture. So it's poultry, animal husbandry, or then it's a handicraft. And the last is skilling, which we are really emphasizing. So there's a Deepdayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana. So we skill students for that through this mission. So it's an overall component is that at least every family should earn about ₹1 lakh a year. That is the ultimate aim of the mission presently. And we hope that all the 35 lakh families we are associated with, we hope to reach up to 50 lakh families in the next 2 years.
So tell me, now I'm going to ask you a very different kind of question. So you work for the Ministry of Rural Development, which has a woman minister. How is it working for a woman boss? And how do you think that you are as a boss?
For working for the woman minister is really no challenge for me, because For me, every boss is a boss. I don't look at her as a woman boss, certainly. And of course, our minister is very dynamic, that apart. She's a firehouse of energy and fantastic ideas. So it's been wonderful. But as a woman, I don't know. Probably in my office, people must be getting tired of my unending energy to work. And also, I'm a very stickler for perfection. And it somehow affects me if things are not done in a particular manner. So I think you should find out from them.
So, yes or no questions. Women are good bosses or bad bosses?
I think I'm a good boss.
So, in general, women are good bosses, yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
Good. So, I ask men this question a lot, whether women are good employees or not. And they say that women are perfect employees because they are hard workers. They come on time, they deliver on time, and all that. But not a lot of bosses are women bosses. So we need to ask this question from your juniors, I'm sure. So tell me, how have you balanced home with all this work?
So, from my family support, basically, I've been lucky to have a very affectionate family.
So, who all are there?
So, of course, my husband is there. He takes very good care of my child whenever I'm not there. My in-laws.
So, what does he do?
He's an entrepreneur. He's got a pharmaceutical machinery manufacturing company in Thane.
Right.
And since he's steady, it's easy for me to be managing my own career better because he's always at the back end supporting me every week.
One thing that I have noticed is very strong women definitely have two strong men behind their back. One is their own father and one is their own husband.
I agree.
Right? So only strong men can create stronger women. You agree or you don't?
Definitely, because that they need to have the strength to bear our success. Because otherwise, a man somehow in our society, whether it's in India or abroad, it's not that only Indian men. To tolerate the success of a woman is very difficult for a man. This is a fact even now. There are very few men who will be able to tolerate the success of their wives. Because I just sometimes find it very funny that when the President of India, this is a very example which I always remember in my mind, when Pratibha Patil was there and when her husband came. So taking care of her husband at that point was an issue. But if at the same time, if any other president, his wife comes, then the wife is looked at in a different way. So that itself represents the attitude of the society. Because they are not able to treat the spouse equally. So if the spouse is a woman, then the woman gets a different treatment. But if the spouse is a man, then he's looked down upon. So that mental makeup, it is still not changed.
How old is your son now?
He's now 13. And
what does he do?
He's in the 8th standard in St. School. Doing pretty well, quite confident and a very lovable child. So I'm lucky that way because he also supports me. So it's like, I feel that unless you get this kind of warmth and support in your own life, it's difficult to give it to someone. There are people who may be having difficult circumstances and manage to do. But if you have that support at home, it becomes so much easier to work for others. Because then your path is, at least one aspect of your life is taken care of. So I'm thankful to God and to my family definitely that I have that support with me. So it feels good.
So in the times that we are doing this interview, I'm calling it the Me Too times, right? Every single day in India on social media, you will see one Me Too India campaign coming out. What do you feel about Me Too? Do you think we live in a society which gives the confidence to women to speak up? And being in a men's world that you are in, you think you have faced a situation where you thought that I should speak up and you haven't?
See, circumstances in our society are such that I'm sure many of the women must be facing this in their life sometime. And yes, I also have faced such circumstances. It's not that one doesn't face such circumstances. But it is whether to speak up or not to speak up, or whether you can handle it at that level appropriately. It is up to you. sometimes when it becomes necessary to speak up, because if the pressure is too much and then you cannot ward off the trouble in your life, then it's very important to speak up. Sometimes it also affects your psyche. So many people get the strength to speak up later. See, this is something very personal. So it may not be possible for all of them to derive that strength. The person who has troubled you can be a recognized person. He can be somebody against whom you talk, many people will not believe. Somehow the onus of preserving the purity, so-called purity, is of the woman in our society still. Many times when you talk about rape victims or anything, so people will always say, what were you doing? Why did you go out at night? Or why did you wear particular clothes? Or what were you doing? So that creates a problem.
We are also doing this interview during the times of the Navadurga, So how do you think that a woman should find her own strength?
Strength is in the woman. She has to discover that strength. But you won't believe that 9 months ago, I had never written a single line of poem in Hindi. I had never done anything like that.
You are basically reading my mind, because this is where I was getting to. We knew all your strengths, but we didn't know that you could write as well. Yeah. And next we realize is that there are songs coming out with lyrics written by you. So what's all this?
So this is what I was mentioning.
And where do you get time? Do you have 26 hours in your day?
Time is 24 hours. You have to manage your time and do your work. But every woman has a strength in her. What I was trying to say, that you have to discover yourself. I didn't know. Suddenly, out of one fine day, I realized I can write, and I've written a whole book of poems. This is the one.
Okay.
And there are many more there. Which if I would want to print, I was quite scared to print them. But ultimately, my friend.
So, what is the reaction?
Reaction has been fabulous.
And who inaugurated this book?
This is one of my fathers. So sweet, very nice. And he was.
So every woman's life has a hero.
Yes.
Mine is my father.
Yes.
So I'm sure yours is too, because in the entire interview you have named him thrice. So yes, this is the book. Do you think empowering women, entrepreneurs, will empower India?
Certainly. 50% of our population is women. Unless we empower the women, we cannot have a proper balanced country. So empowering women is the most important thing we should be doing.
Great. So this is getting a little more serious. Now I have the rapid fire questions from you, and we also have a hamper, and this is rapid fire. So you don't and you can't take too much time to think, and most of these questions need one word answers, right? So you have to answer in one word. The first question is, one thought that you end your day with.
God.
One thought that you get up with. Quickly, you can't take so much time.
I was going to say God, then you would say repetitive.
No, both things like what?
When I sleep, I remember, and when I get up, also remember God.
You will remember God. Okay. What's swag for you?
Swag is like proper, very good clothes.
Ah, nice. So you're wearing a great color today. What brightens up your day?
Coffee.
Really good. Amitabh Bachchan or Shah Rukh Khan? Really? Okay. What is your favorite travel destination?
Switzerland.
Your favorite food joint in Mumbai?
In Mumbai, I like Queen Center.
Oh, good. Your favorite movie is?
Cuz.
Rabindranath Tagore, Gulzar or Javed Akhtar?
Gulzar.
Okay. Do you remember a couple of his poetry?
आजकल पाँव ज़मीन पर नहीं पड़ते.
Good. Who's your favorite singer?
Favorite singer is Asha.
Okay. So I think the way you have answered the question, you don't deserve one hamper but two. And let me tell to our viewers that these two hampers are from Wild Earth, which are herbal beauty products. So you must use them. And this is a company that I really want to advocate for, because this is something called as Be Safe. When women go out to public toilets, it's unhygienic, and hence these are sprays which you can use on public toilets and then use, so that no form of infection can actually enter your body. So these two hampers are for you. Please try them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. What is this one last message that you would want to give to aspiring entrepreneurs, to young college children, ladies, and to people who would want to do as much as you are doing and to fit in as much talent that you have fit in 24 hours in one single day?
So being committed, I think one thing is that you have to be very devoted to what you're doing. There's no quick fix to success, I always say. So unless you work hard, unless you find time for everything, it's very difficult to get to the success, true success. And success doesn't have to be very big, another thing. It can be your own small world. So whatever you're doing, you should do perfectly. That is very important in life. And if you can do that, then you'll be the happiest person. And happiness is, another thing is not comparing yourself with 10 other people. So if you are competing with yourself, then you will always want to excel and become better than what you are. So every step you lead in life should lead to your own betterment.
Great. So today we were talking to Bimla ji, and Bimla madam, as she is called by all the other women across the state of Maharashtra, is somebody that every woman must look up to, and especially budding entrepreneurs must learn from her, because the kind of talent that she is utilizing for encouraging and empowering other women is something that as women we must learn, because it is when women get together that the country is definitely going to change. Thank you so much.